Yay?
Yay.
Happy yay?
Life's an illusion. This vodka's real. Dare to be amazed? So smooth it's scary that just looking through this bottle may make you a little tipsy. And with a wave of your hand, you become the magician, changing 20s into hundreds. And with a wave of your spectator's hand, we can make them scream in fear. Illusion Vodka truly is so smooth it's scary. I wrote it on every bottle. Illusion Vodka is 6 times distilled, 10 times filtered, made with a Midwestern winter wheat by a real master distiller who's been making vodka for over 50 years. If you'd like to become the life of your next big gathering, click the link now and buy today. Illusion Vodka, so smooth it's scary. Dare to be amazed?
MF Barbecue. Tasty, juicy, delicious. Ribs, brisket, and pork. Slow smoked overnight to be done fresh for you Thursdays to Sundays, right here in the South Shore area. Based out of Riverview, we are most often located at the Shell gas station at the corner of McMullen and Boyette Road. But since we are a food truck, we're mobile. Catch us at places like Flooring Master, Peter Ford, or Cigars on the Boulevard. Or even have us cater your next big event, from a graduation party to a birthday, or really just for the hell of it. Come hang out and try a special for the week, such as brisket chili or Texas Twinkies, and maybe even meet a special guest. Find us on Facebook and Google.
Hey, good afternoon, is it? Or is this evening? It is technically evening. Good evening, everyone. This is Howard, the unknown drummer, waiting for AJ Slickster, the phenomenal one. In the meanwhile, I have a few guests that are going to join us until everyone gets together. Mondays are tough. Who's with us live, Joanne? Hey, Dave. Hey, Nick. Hey, Randall. We're going to catch up to you on my screen in a second. In the meanwhile, this is the part of the show that I get to say the disclaimer. Are you with me, guys? Repeat after me. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, repeat after me.
I.
State your name.
Dave.
Raina.
State your name. You're supposed to say state your. Apparently, no one watched Animal House.
It's been a while.
Holy God, guys. Good evening. We are here in beautiful Apollo Beach, Florida, South Shore, and we have guests from all over the world coming in tonight. Believe it or not, we have what is that gentleman's name? We have Logan Price with us coming in, who is also Shotgun Savior out of the South, huge metal band that has some incredible potential and some great backing. Dave was kind enough to introduce us. That's Dave Patron with us, smoking the cigarette in the right-hand corner. I have my lifelong buddy, Nick Stipa, who is the man with the magic hands. My gosh, does this guy have beautiful hands. The rest of them I can't speak for. And of course, the
How's
youth.
everybody doing?
I need to.
Buddy.
Nick, can you speak up? I can't really hear you that good.
Oh, okay. I'll get myself closer.
Need you guys to tune it up and also be louder.
See if I can go into.
Be loud.
Out.
Get out. For God's sakes, get out.
I'm looking for a
And this is also the part where we say, don't do what we say, don't do what we do. We're
The opinions of the hosts are not those of the person who is involved with this show. These are my opinions, your opinions. Don't do what we say. What you do is all on you. Find out. What is that?
find out. Find out, and you're shit hooked.
Yeah.
Do what you do, but don't take our advice.
Yeah.
Okay?
This is for entertainment purposes only. And any ragging out on people we do, we are all on our own on that one. Whatever you want to say or anything, that's all on you. And we also want to thank everyone for always watching. I will ask everyone right now who's on the show, if you could share this right now and tag yourself in it. Who's that with us? Is that Paul? I've never met Paul before. Paul, is that you?
Yes.
And I think AJ's in front of me, but the camera. Hey, you made it, AJ. Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm just running a little bit late, man.
Yeah. Sure. We all are. Welcome. This is our international forum here. If you could share this and let everyone know that you're enjoying yourself here. We got a few topics tonight. A lot of people. We've got Dave Patron, guitarist extraordinaire. And of course, the phenomenal AJ Slick was with us. Who, AJ, why don't you tell everybody first how they can get a hold of you and where the hell you play?
I guess you get hold of me on fucking Facebook and play Wednesday through fucking Sunday, dude.
Is that www.fucking.facebook.com?
That's right.
Or is that www.ajslicksterfuckyoufacebook.com? You got to tell me.
It's www.fuckeverythingface.com.
All right, I like that. Also, the show's brought to you by Tampa Bay Sports Entertainment, and Joanne is behind the console here, making sure that the show's working and that it doesn't get crazy. As well, we have Nick Stiper from On the Rocks, a fantastic Jersey band for over 20 years. On top of it, too, Nick has a great background early in the metal scene and was probably one of the most fantastic drummers that I knew growing up, and a pleasure to meet, and a great all-around guy. He's just not a chugga-lugga-lugga my ding-dong type of guy. He's a buddy boy.
I was more of a hard rock drummer than all praises to the metal stuff, man.
Oh, without a doubt, though.
Another respected drumming right there.
And then I have Raina, who is also our Nashville correspondent, telling us about the newest talent and also filling us in on some of the band's background because we're all too high to remember it. I mean, she's 26 years old. She's got virtually every brain cell.
24. Please don't age me up. Please don't age me up.
Easy. I'm sorry.
24.
She's 24 years old and she can remember everything. Me, on the other hand. Okay, so what do we got going on tonight? We have Logan coming in. Logan Price coming in, hopefully, and he is from a pretty big band that, just to let you know, is getting some major push. He's got a tie-in with the Road Warriors, the original wrestlers, and they sanctioned him to be part of it. He'll tell you the whole story. And him and his girlfriend and future wife have a great metal band that's taking Georgia by storm. Isn't that right, Dave?
Yeah, we're getting around. Atlanta's kind of a different type of city. We both know Rich Ward from Stuck Mojo, who plays with Fozzy. We talked earlier. He's a good friend with him. So he's got a lot of support, and he's got a lot
Dave,
of.
you got to be in front of that microphone, dude.
He's got a lot of support behind him, and he's got a lot of interest. Earache, I believe, is one of the record companies.
Or we'll hear that from him, but I'm looking forward to seeing him. Also, our friends at what does his shirt say, Joe?
Death Proof Dojo.
Our friend Chris Silva, Death Proof Dojo, has a fantastic event on May 25th. It is huge at the Brass Ring here in Tampa. It's a monster event. I believe it may even be televised or at least pay-per-viewed. And on top of it, he has national acts coming in playing for him. He'll tell you about his event as well. So going forward, if things go well, also send Ian Gosling a link. We may have my buddy who is a numerologist. He will answer any question you have. He's pretty badass. He's in England right now. It's about 12 o'clock their time. He said if he's awake, he'll come on and spend some time with us. If not, friend him on Facebook. His name is Ian Goslin. You can find him on my Facebook friends. He's very unique. He's got a very deep sense.
And what the hell does it? What does it do?
He's a numerologist. It's a science of using numbers, the way that your name is brought up, and things that numbers that affect your life. And
really,
yeah, numerology is one of like the top, 10 kind of followed religions. Believe it or not.
That sounds pretty cool, though.
Religions are based on it, and a lot of math also in geometry is based on numerology, and science. Duh.
Numerology is based on
correct. So it's not like
Yeah.
it's a tin hat theory. Numerologists do exist, just kind of like libertarians.
Does Joanne always have to correct you, Howard?
No, she's always has to correct you.
She just said
just
you. You
wanna
were the
make
one telling
sure.
me.
Also, too, we want to thank our friends at Illusia Vodka. We have some samples coming out to AJ. We had to hold it up because the U.S. Postal would not take it. We got to send it a different way.
I got it.
Really?
Well, and I went to the UPS store, but that's not UPS. It's just I have to find somebody who's going to let me ship.
We got to ship booze. So your package is held up in shipping world, but it is here. We'll get out tomorrow or Wednesday. Hey, Collie, how are you, dude?
Let Dave beat a mule. Dave will go get it and bring it to me.
Dave, you should do that. You should drive to Philly, bro. And then we got Paul with us. Hey, Paul, who the hell are you and what you do?
I'm from Warminster. I played in a band. I was talking to AJ on Saturday night about some of the old places in the city, the Dolphin Club, Butch's in Pemberton, Jersey. Just the crazy dirt hole places that are out there.
Oh, there were plenty in Philly. I played a few of them.
Yeah, I know.
But I got to them when they were really filthy.
That's when they were good.
Yeah, the dugout.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Philadelphia.
Paul's a good guy, man. He's been playing his whole life, man. And every time he comes out, we always have a good fucking talk, a good time, man.
Well, that's the thing about when you play clubs and you dip around different places, you get to catch up with people, and that you normally wouldn't catch up with often, but you get to catch up into them because you've got a like interest. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And time doesn't really pass that much between you and him. It's just another conversation you guys are catching up on.
Right.
Right.
Just like me and Nick and I can get together and instantly we're right back in 1991.
Well,
it's just nothing's changed except our hair.
I think these guys all got me by about 10 years. I'm younger than you.
Not me. And Raina's the youngest.
With you, dude.
Not Raina.
Not Raina. So first of all, I want to bring up, which is not music related, but it is related to virtually everyone in this room. The NFL draft is over, and now the schedule is dropped on Thursday at 10 a.m.
But did you hear who the first game is?
What is the first game, Joanne Duran?
The first game will be the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Really?
Thursday night. It's a Thursday night. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Thursday night game, and I believe it's going to be at the Link.
Dude, that's going to be the shit, dude. We're going to be.
That will be great.
We'll be.
Wow.
I'm not the only one who knows this.
Yeah, look at that. Joanne Duran from Tampa Bay
Joanne,
Sports Entertainment chiming
I
through.
saw it 2 days ago. I saw that.
Yeah, they came to my
Giants fan. How do you feel about Saquon Barkley being with the Eagles?
Oh yeah, that was just fun. That was just fun to
that was like the kicking the balls of kicking the balls. I don't, other than like Brady going to the Bucks and taking the shit Bucks to the Super Bowl, and I'm a Bucks fan.
Yeah.
That's Saquon Barkley is probably the second biggest kick in the balls in the past 5 years in football.
Dude, I agree.
I mean, you think about it. Every joke has been Tampa Bay. I'm going to go to Tampa Bay. If you suck, we're sending you to Tampa Bay. Brady comes to Tampa Bay, he wins. Saquon comes to the worst fucking team, the team of the world, the Giants. They say, you know what? You're not good enough for us. And he destroys the next season.
How about
he didn't just
that
make an
trade to
impact.
Dallas?
He led the league in everything. I think he led the league in like selling popcorn.
So the game is September 4th, Thursday at 8:20 p.m. and tickets are on sale. 200 level seats are going for about $500.
Wow.
That's going to be great.
When do we get back? September 3rd? September 2nd?
We get back on the 2nd. We will be back at work on the
Woohoo!
3rd. Hey, I made sure we were ready for kickoff.
All righty.
So, Joanne, do you know who your first game's against?
Never didn't tell us yet.
The winners?
The losers?
Somebody's got their shit up. I can't hear nothing.
Yeah, you got to pull back your volume, somebody.
Hold on.
Somebody's got their shit up. Hey, how about that trade from Pittsburgh to Dallas? Number 14. What the hell is his
Dave, hang
name?
tight. Let's get that feedback done.
Hold on.
It was Pinkett, right?
Paul, you gotta
Paul,
you
you
gotta
got
lower
people in your background.
you gotta lower
or
your
TV?
vacuum with TV. You gotta turn it all back.
Okay.
All right. So in the meanwhile, we're gonna ditch Paul for a second while he fixes his shit. So I wanted to mention a topic which is a little near and dear to my heart as well. I was gonna the ticket prices have gotten pretty insane in music. We've been, I mean, Randy, you go to a lot of shows, but you don't. I'm gonna guess you don't go to. You go to a lot of local shows. You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you shoot some of the big shows, but I don't see you going out and spending $200-300 every 2 days for a concert.
I don't have the money to spend
exactly
on those shows. The most I've spent recently was I bought VIP for the M3 Rock Festival, which
it should be terrific.
That was the experience. I would not pay for VIP again, but for the price, what it was 350, like less than 350 for all 3 days, like VIP, which wasn't bad.
Well, that's not bad,
right? For as many bands as I got to see, and the few meet and greets that I got to do, it wasn't bad. I just wouldn't pay that price again, because of what I did.
And I were looking at tickets for the next few gigs that have come up locally, and it's amazing who's going out and tour. But
Lee Roth was ridiculous.
But I
got to see
a
David Lee
minimum
Roth
of
at his
200.
first show back.
Yeah, paying a minimum of $200 for the shittiest seat in the house is pretty rough, especially when it's two people going. And when you go deeper into the lineup, I'll just give you an idea. Joanne's going to step in, but I'm not going to let her. So Joanne wanted to see Aerosmith again. Didn't happen. Joe Perry's coming to town. Toxic Twins. It's great. He's at the Hard Rock. Fantastic. Seats 2,500 people, no problem. Minimum seat $170 to $200. You want a decent seat on the floor, $1,700.
Yeah. I was just at Pearl Jam.
That is Aerosmith money, but just Joe Perry. And I think that's what happened to Gene Simmons too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just at Pearl Jam, and I was covering the show. So
For who?
Huh?
What show were you covering, Ben?
Pearl Jam.
How was it?
I was blown. So I'm not a Pearl Jam fan, or I wasn't until I saw them live. I was blown away.
Yeah.
It was. Sometimes I think music just kind of comes into your life at the moment that you really need it to. And you like discover a band that you really didn't give a chance to before, but like you really needed it. That was Pearl Jam.
They came in at a rough time.
They were amazing.
They came in 90. They came in at 90 and they were really hard, but they were grouped in with a bunch of other guys that were just
right. And I don't
like
I don't like grunge much. So
exactly, they were bunched in with grunge.
Covering that show, it was a beautifully like staged show, and just they sounded phenomenal. It was really good. But the ticket that I got for like the review ticket, where I was in the lower level, I think that ticket probably was like $1,000 worth.
I thought Eddie Vedder was all about keeping prices down. I guess he fucking
thank you.
So I know that
those days are over, dude. Everyone's making money. They are just making hand over fist money.
I don't know that they can entirely control it when people like Ticketmaster have the monopoly over that. And in order to sell like a venue itself, it goes through Live Nation, it goes through Ticketmaster.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of hands on a concert. There's a lot, and a lot of these guys, they've got to pay for the venue themselves and reimburse themselves back. That's the way it works as well. So that's why they go to smaller venues.
I was reading a thing about Gene Simmons, like he was doing that roadie thing. It was like ridiculous. But listen,
$12K.
Yeah, so listen, the thing was though, I don't know if he's full of shit or whatever, but he tried saying it wasn't him. It was because of the insurance purpose.
His liability insurance, because he's he wasn't an employee, or they're not an actual employee, and they bring him into harm's way, and moving equipment and gear.
Yeah,
it makes total sense, and not just that too. It's also a union job.
Yeah, but listen, I don't know how true it is. We know Gene Simmons would sell his left testicle if he fucking could. He's all about money.
Oh, without a doubt. But I don't think he was in that respect, gouging to that respect. I mean, sure, it sounds like a lot of money, but who knows what the implications are
what?
to bring a complete stranger
Listen,
in.
Gene should have been a man and paid for it. $12,000 to him is like a fucking penny.
Yeah, it's a dip.
It is insane to me that he had the audacity to try and sell that package when, yes, it is extremely dangerous. And also, again, there are perfectly capable people looking for roadie work that should be paid $12,000, not paying out of their pocket.
Right.
Absolutely asinine to me.
Listen, I saw him on YouTube the other night. All he did was talk with his arrogance. He had people coming up on stage.
I do love Gene though.
Yeah,
I gotta love him.
He did it. He did it. He did some okay songs. He did some renditions of cover songs. I just don't like him. I don't like the fact that him and Paul ripped off Peter and Ace for all these years. I just
yeah, but listen, on a positive note, because I'm a band leader, and listen, I like to drink and party more than any.
Speak up a little bit, AJ.
Know? I said, and a true thing, like I like to party more than anyone you fucking know. But Ace and Peter became a fucking mess where they couldn't even play a fucking show. So
they were turned out.
I was say there are elements of Gene and Paul that I absolutely respect as in to a degree as business people, as musicians, as people. But it gets to a point, and it is honestly, I feel like, and this is coming from a big Kiss fan, I feel like Kiss has become more of a social experiment than anything else. Because
I don't know.
Like,
there's never going to be another Kiss. There's never going to be another band that merchandised how they did.
Something? Can I clarify something? The reason I have a problem with them is when they did their first reunion tour, it wasn't Peter and it wasn't Ace, and they were charging, what they charge for tickets.
Yeah, but at the same point, like I agree with you, dude. But dude, listen, Ace is a fucking mess, and so.
I've seen him personally. Yeah. Like I've seen his solo. He's a wreck.
And listen, like
he's on and off. I will give him some credit because I've worked with the band. There are times when he is on. I'm not gonna go too deep just because.
Oh, he's an amazing player. No getting around that.
When he's on it, he is mesmerizing to watch. Yeah. He's really fun. When he is off, it's sad.
Yeah.
Nick, what do you got? You're cracking up. Hold on. Nick's cracking up.
Wait, can I just say one thing?
No, she's right.
He employs 70 people already.
Who, Gene Simmons?
Yes, he does. I looked it up. He already employs 70 people.
Minimum wage. I'm just kidding.
Howard, they're probably Mexicans.
I beat you to the punch on that, dude. They're Mexicans. They're a whole different breed.
Mexicans.
I'll tell you what. Some of the best videos on YouTube are mini Kiss. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God,
they're fucking hilarious.
They
jump like maybe 2 inches in the air.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome though, dude. Yeah, listen.
They made a hell of an impact on everyone, Kiss.
Howard.
Okay, so who was giggling?
Yes, sir.
My friend Paul, he was a major star in midget porn.
I believe that.
He's lying. He's lying.
I believe that, AJ. He's wearing a Philly shirt.
That's because listen, we're Philly people. We know what's up, dude.
Yeah, I'm about 20 miles north of Philly.
So, we were gonna go check out David Lee Roth. He's gotten mixed reviews, but surprisingly, again, it was Paul Stanley that said he was very surprised at how good the show was. Now he could be being very kind to an old friend, but he does know how much work it takes at 70 fucking years old to perform to the level that they need to be at, and for him to give him a thumbs up is legit. But the ticket price, AJ, and I hate to say this for Joanne and I, for the worst seat in the house was $760 for four of us without fees and without tax.
Who's that for? David Lee Roth?
That was for David Lee Roth.
Fuck yeah.
So it was $760 for people because we were having friends go with us.
Or we could have taken a cruise to the Bahamas for 4 days. Raina, you got something to say?
So I was at the David Lee Roth show.
What'd you think?
I have my opinion on this.
Shoot.
Going in, the expectations were that he wasn't even going to show up. That was I'm not even kidding. That was
That's awesome.
the whisper that was going around M3 was like, we're gonna see if DLR like even shows up. We don't even know. He came out, and for obviously when you set your expectations low, you're surprised by anything. But like when I say that we were surprised, it was more like we were kind of blown away by like how much he could do. Not like if you don't focus on, no, he's not jumping off the risers, but for a guy his age who has done what he's done, he was hitting quite a like he was hitting notes. He was holding notes. He was doing like he was performing, and he looked like he was having the time of his life.
Well, one thing about David Lee, he's always taken great care of himself.
Yeah. He was,
for as much as he's beaten himself,
Yeah.
he is
Yeah.
he's not, you know,
And-
he's not looking like Iggy Pop.
No.
Okay.
And coming from like obviously a few years ago when he was performing and people were like, he's gone, like there's no, you know, he's totally lost it. He was on it. I saw worse performers at M3.
Okay, so then
Well,
so David Lee Roth did a pretty good job, but again, he's hitting, these guys are hitting places of 1,700.
Yeah, I would not pay that
people,
exorbitant price.
and they're rolling in with
the
a crew that needs $300,000 a night to get paid for.
Yeah, I would not
I
pay
mean,
the
that's some
exorbitant
crazy
price to go
dough
see
when you
him.
do the actual math. Now, I don't know. I have no idea what these guys make out of that, and that's the deal they make. But to expect, and especially, this has been a theme for the past 6 months of mine, there is so much talent on the street right now vying for your dollar.
Yeah,
There's a few
Howard,
other bands that came out who were touring. You
Howard,
got a
wait up
minute?
a
You want to
second.
hear these guys who are coming
Howard,
out?
who the fuck is Mike Forecker?
Huh?
I just pulled that off. It shouldn't have showed up at the bottom.
Don't worry.
Got it.
Yeah, that's our. I have no idea.
hit
Hey,
the
can
wrong
I
button.
bring a
Sorry,
subject up? What's
Yeah, go
everybody
ahead.
thinking? What's everybody thinking of Pantera thing? I don't.
What's
I'll give
going
you
on with
my-
Pantera? Fill me in.
Well, I don't like. You know, I've hung out with Charlie. I don't have anything against him. I hung out with Zach. I don't have anything against Zach at all.
All right, get to the case. What's the problem they got?
But Phil and Rex are just grabbing the money, and it's not out of respect for Vinny, because I hung out with Vinny in 2005, and it's not out of respect for Vinny and Dime. I know they're rolling in their graves about it, and every time I see a reel or you know a footage of it, I diss Phil all the time. I don't. Let me clue you in. While he was going through back surgery and his drug abuse, Dime and Vinny sat patiently and waited. He had two lame ass projects rolling, and they were just sitting there, and he just screwed them all over, and he made a mockery of those two guys. It's
All
my
right.
opinion.
So then,
Okay. So while they sat there and then they come out with Damage Plan, now Phil ran his fucking mouth on several podcasts and several interviews, and some literally nut from the Marines came in and blew him away. And I know the road crew and Cat was shot, was holding Dimebag. It's all sad, but my opinion is, I think it's pathetic on what he's doing, what they're doing. Pathetic,
well,
and
you
the
know what?
money they charge.
It's a cash right now is a cash grab, and there's a lot of bands that are coming out of the woodwork. I mean, I can't think of that guy's name, Doomsday or whatever. He looks like with the hair, the white hair and the white beard, the eyes poking out. He was a meme 2 weeks ago. All right, no one heard about this guy 40 years ago. All right, whoever he is, don't get me wrong. Now he's going to be touring a 24 tour story. Oh, by the way, happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. You know, and anybody will exploit anybody that if they can make money on it. So,
well, on this Pantera thing, how much longer?
We'll bring them into a break.
Supposed to be doing that? I know they've been doing it a couple years, but I think that's supposed to end soon as this tribute thing, I guess, right?
Yeah. Well, I heard that they were going to try to cut an album. Okay.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, no, I don't. I would.
That's just a rumor, and you know, through the people I know, and I don't know, because Zach's got his thing, you know, and Charlie. I don't know. I feel real bitter about it, and I just wanted to express that. I know there's
Logan Price coming in a minute, and meanwhile, I was going to mention who is touring.
Go ahead.
You ready, AJ?
Yeah, because me and Paul could give a fucking rat's ass about Pantera.
Exactly. All right. Jesus. Take
give
me
a
off the
fuck
wrong
about
trail,
what?
Dave.
Huh?
Fuck. That was an e-bike trail on that one.
I'm fucking.
All right. Guess who's coming to town?
Well,
Who's
The
Tom
coming?
Jones.
Smithereens.
fuck
Who?
that.
Who?
The Smithereens.
Oh, okay.
Whoop-de-doo.
That's a good one.
Do you do any covers of theirs there,
Fuck
Nick?
no. Fuck no.
No. Okay. You sure? You might want to put them into your set. No, and then it'll be another
Tom
song
Jones.
nobody knows.
Tom Jones is coming. Tom
like,
Jones.
Hold on a second. Hey, easy. That was already announced, dude.
Tom Jones would be cool.
These are new people coming. Buck Cherry.
No.
No.
Got one song.
Big deal.
Slayer announced the tour.
Never. Never.
Ah, they were pretty
I
cool.
listen
Yeah,
to
no.
Slayer, so
They're
No
pretty,
Dave
in
Lombardo,
high
no
school.
I mean, I
Those
would
are
cover it.
Nick and I, Kill Your Mother, Kill Your Brother songs.
Totally look.
I'd
Right,
cover
dude,
it.
man. Metal Church. Who are some of the other ones, Nick?
Metal Church.
But they're not here.
What was the other band, Howard?
Metal Church.
I like him.
I'm not
Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
sure. A great name.
I never even
Edible
heard.
Corpse.
Cannibal
fucking
Corpse
banned.
going to town. They're going to be doing it.
They're banned in 13 countries, so you know.
Yeah.
They just came here.
Mudvayne.
No.
No.
And the song is over. The Who's final
Final.
farewell tour.
No. Fuck them too.
Final.
Had enough
Yeah,
of
if
I've
Filtry
had
could
enough of
probably,
those guys.
if
I'll
he
tell you
could
that.
hit
They're
his
fun to
notes,
play.
it would be good.
Yeah,
The
if
last
they
time I saw them, he couldn't
if
hit
they
his
brought
notes.
Keith Moon back, it would be great. What do you think?
They got Ringo's son back. Drumming.
Yeah, I think they brought Zach
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Listen.
Which
I
We're
Again,
gonna take a break.
so
We got
all
to
of
take a
these
hard
shows-
break, and we got to bring Logan in. So we'll talk about that with Logan.
Hold that
Okay.
thought.
Hold that thought. We'll finish out with the Who. Hang tight. Listen to some commercials and tell your friends to watch the show. Thank you.
The Web Design Ninja is your one-stop shop for all things internet. Our dedicated team has been building internet solutions for businesses large and small since 1993. We specialize in creating eye-catching designs, search engine optimization, complex e-commerce, and custom app integration. Whether you need a simple website or a complex e-commerce or phone app, our team of experts is here for you. Give us a call today. We're here to help.
Warhawk, if he had two new. Israelis are
We're back here from beautiful Apollo Beach, South Shore, with our guests all over the world. We have the phenomenal AJ Slick with us.
Netanyahu is spying on his campaign.
We have Nick, who has flown the coop.
That would rub
Someone's got to pull his volume back, though. Who's that?
Hold on, it's
If
me.
Trump is trying to have legitimate
Had
peace
to go roll some
negotiations.
cigarettes.
I'll
Sorry.
blow him. I went up in a second. We all good?
Yeah.
All right, good. So we're like I said, we're Philadelphia, and we have who else? We have Nick, who's in Jersey, and then we have our newest guest with us. I'd like to introduce you to, or unless you'd like to introduce yourself, you're welcome.
Brody
Logan.
Manson. Brody fucking Manson.
Brody Manson. And Brody Manson has a dual career with us tonight. He comes in as a professional wrestler and also a musician.
Sick.
Now, we've crossed over this topic a few times, how much music has crossed into wrestling and wrestling's crossed into music. So why don't you tell everybody where you're at, how they can get a hold of you? Go ahead, Brody. Shoot.
Yeah, this is Brody Manson. I am the lead singer for Shotgun Savior. We've
Where you
got
out of?
Atlanta, Georgia. Hot Atlanta,
Atlanta in the
GA.
house.
Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. And you can find us on the YouTube, Shotgun Savior, Facebook, Shotgun Savior, SoundCloud, Shotgun Savior, man. Everything just Instagram, Shotgun Savior. If you do a search for Shotgun Savior, we're the only
That'll
one.
come up.
Every
All
time.
right, what's your day job?
What's the fucking day job? I wrestle. I play music.
I know that's your day job. Tell people what you do for the day job.
That is my day job, man. The day job is wrestling. The night job is music.
All right, so you're wrestling during the day?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's where the shows usually are, the evenings. But I wrestle full time and I play music full time.
Very cool. Which federation do you pretty much work at? Or are you independent?
Through my career, I've been doing this 28 years. I'm a second generation guy. I've worked for the original ECW, WCW, WWE, NWA. Currently, I am an independent worker, so I work for different leagues, NWAs all over the United States. I've done some stuff with AEW for dark matches and house shows.
I love AEW. I'm an AEW guy.
Yeah, I'm not under contract with anybody right now. I'm an independent contractor. The music thing has kind of taken off. So that's where the focus is now more than wrestling. I still wrestle. I'm just not under contract with anybody.
Got you. Do you come out to your own music?
Absolutely. We play our own music. The song is Savage Brutality, and it was recorded by Shotgun Savior, my band. So I come out to my own ring music.
That's very cool.
What about the God of Thunder? That's the one I sent Howard.
Yeah, listen to your cover of God of Thunder. That was pretty badass.
Yeah,
and
thank
again, we
you
were
so
just
much.
talking about Kiss.
We filmed that here in Atlanta. What's that?
In the segment, I said in the segment before, we were actually just talking about Kiss and the influence they had. Love and hate, a little Gene Simmons. It's a 50-50 up the middle, but I think we all agree at some time in all of our lives, Kiss kicked a little ass.
Man, that's what made me want to play music, man. I was, a little kid.
Yeah, me too. They were a big influence who wanted me to play.
Yeah, little kid, man. Like I was listening to how I got turned on to it. As I used to play outside of my friend's backyard. He had like a trampoline, and his brother would raise up the window, man, put the speakers out the window, and he would play these great songs, man, like from Cheap Trick, Peter Frampton, Kiss, Foreigner, Queen, all that, man. So that was the soundtrack to my childhood, brother. I'm out there playing, and he's pumping this ass-kicking rock and roll, Aerosmith, Ted Nugent, and Kiss was a staple. So, I was talking
without
about
a doubt. From I'd say from like 75 to like 82, they were in everyone's playlist.
Yeah,
before
man,
playlist was playlist. This was in there.
Yeah,
whether you hate it or not, you still went to a buddy's house and they played them. It was that simple. They always played Zeppelin. They played the fucking Go-Go's too. I don't understand. And the Bangles, they really got a free pass when you were hanging out trying to get laid. But they were in everyone's mix too.
Yeah, I mean, it just growing up with that, and the first time, my friend brought his brother's album out. First Kiss album I ever saw what they looked like was Kiss Alive 2. And I saw
one of the best live records of all time.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. As a kid, Kiss was like a monster movie and these enigmatic characters that you just can't.
Yeah.
It was beyond, a little kid, time I'm, 6 years old, man.
They were living comics at that point. They were larger than life. The internet didn't spoil anything. They were, magazines, stories on TV when you heard about them were 3 weeks ago.
I belied in the magic, man. I thought Gene really was a demon,
Yeah, and then of course their marketing was amazing. I mean, the lunchbox.
Oh, yeah.
I had all that shit. Lunchboxes, pajamas, you fucking name it. I had everything, man. Everything.
To say, I have a little Kiss thing. It was the first thing I hung up in my new room. Was quite literally a little Kiss I don't know if you can see it. It's very small, but
Nice.
Oh yeah. We can see
it's
that.
There you
supposed to
go.
light up. I just don't have the connector to light it up. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's amazing how much they've impacted everyone. So tell us about you, man. Tell us about your band. What kind of style of music would you call it, and what direction you want to go?
Well, I mean, like I said, I've been doing pro wrestling for 28 years, man. I'm a second generation guy. My father's Rod Price. My uncle is a guy named Steve who drinks a lot of beer that says, "What? A lot." So growing up in that, man, from the time I could walk, my uncle and my father were professional wrestlers. And I
Gotcha.
just loved it, man. I mean, I was drawn to it like a moth to a flame. And I started off, man, in hair bands. Like, man, I was skinny and pretty and looked like a drag queen, bro.
We all
Like,
did, dude.
yeah, man. I mean,
That
you look
sounds
at
very
me
neat.
like,
would be.
you're like, holy shit, that
Except
monster.
AJ's not a hair metal guy, but he grew
Yeah,
up
I
with
mean,
this.
I was,
Let me introduce you to AJ. AJ is probably one of the most renowned cover guys in Philadelphia for the past 25 years. He's phenomenal. He does acoustic live. He does Allman Brothers. He does Zeppelin. He does Beatles, and they're phenomenal. He's got this down. I mean, he's great. He never really got into the hair metal stuff. Unfortunately, some of us did.
That's what I
and
mean.
That's not
you know,
unfortunate.
That's how you get the girl.
But when it comes to that kind of stuff, AJ really doesn't dig it. But in return, I can understand why, because I'm on his side more than I'm on the hair metal side.
well, this wasn't just the glam. I mean,
Is
it
that
was
fair to say,
everything in
AJ?
the era. It was like I love Motley Crue, I love Metallica, I love Slayer, I love fucking Dokken. I mean, it was just that whole era.
I was more of a Rush
Thank you,
dude.
thank you.
I was more of
Yay,
a Rush
Rush.
yes guy. Zeppelin,
Yeah,
Floyd,
which is awesome.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
So
But they
I'm a
just
little
wanted to
older,
keep playing
so-
to keep playing.
Yeah,
There
but
was no
listen,
end to their songs.
sometime in the 80s, I don't know what fucking year it was, because that's a million years ago, we opened up for Cinderella before they made it.
Probably 86,
I love
87.
Cinderella.
And it
Jeff
was
LeBar is an amazing guitar player. He was a friend of mine. I knew Jeff very well, the guitar
That's
player.
awesome.
he lived
I
close
love
to me, man.
Tom
So long
Kiefer
story
is
short, I
like
opened up. They were the first fucking guys that I ever saw wear fucking makeup and tight pants, and we were playing at Galaxy, and we were more like,
was this when Tom Kiefer was a blonde?
no, he had black hair.
I
then.
played at the
Okay.
Galaxy too. That's funny as hell.
So,
Go ahead, AJ.
we were like Zeppelin, Aerosmith, and the drummer, the original drummer that's dead, and because he's a fucking dick, I don't give a shit. He wouldn't let our drummer tune his drum heads. They were tuned super low, so every time he hit the drum, your stick would lay in it. So my drummer asked if he could bring his setup, and I remember they were such fucking dicks. They were like, you can't do anything. So we went up to dressing. We were gonna fuck them up, dude. We're from fucking Philly. Listen, you motherfuckers from Jersey, dude.
Okay.
I don't give a
Regarding
fuck how big
Cinderella,
you motherfuckers are.
Philadelphia.
Okay.
Philly ass fucking beating.
I do have a question regarding Cinderella with the whole Philly thing because they're also like from Philly. Have you seen the Pat's Chili Dogs commercial that they did?
Yes,
The old
yes.
It is
school one,
the
yeah, it's
greatest
ridiculous.
marketing thing I have ever seen
yeah.
in my
Yeah, but
damn
listen,
life.
Jeff Lambar really wasn't from Philly. He was from Upper Darby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Generally they say that like the band's from Philly. But yeah, the Pat's Chili Dogs commercial, 10 out of 10.
My buddy Dave was banging Tommy Kiefer's sister. And you know who she looks like?
Yeah.
Tommy Kiefer.
Well, listen.
And I was the wingman for that one. And for like 2 weeks, we were
player.
hanging together. And she had a friend who was like this little blonde chick, and I wanted nothing to do with her. So like my buddy's like there, and we're like seeing these guys every 3-4 nights now, and this and that. And I'm like, I gotta go home. I don't want to be here.
Can I say
Tommy
something?
was actually, out of all them guys, I'm all fucked up hanging up.
Joanne wants to say something.
Brody, don't take. I hope this is not an insult.
Oh,
but
shit.
The minute you came on, I literally have a picture of Tyrus in almost the same cowboy hat. You guys look so similar.
That's great.
It's funny, Tyrus is a buddy of mine. When I was at Deep South in McDonough, Georgia, which was WWE developmental territory before there was NXT, I was there the day he walked through the door, and him and I became great friends because we're both, I'm this big, huge, gigantic white guy. He's this gigantic black guy. We're both covered in tattoos, and we're both like twice the size of anybody there,
Dude, what are you, like
And I
6'6"?
totally love him.
Yeah, we hit it off, man. We were like,
what's your when you come into the ring? What do they What's your weight?
6'6".
What's your measurements, man?
But legitimately, I am 6'4", 325 pounds.
Okay, but then you got your ring wear, which brings you up about 2 inches on the heels. Right
6'6", 350.
6'6", 350. You're coming in. I'm probably one of the biggest marks you'll ever meet.
I love that. Thank you.
No worries. But I mean, when you think about this dude, this guy's walking in larger than life at 6'6", 330. That's two of me.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm ripped. And at any time I can come out of retirement. And if you need me to tag up, brother, I'm there for you.
I got you, man.
I'll
Yeah,
have to
it's
make sure we have lots of life insurance.
It's been a great ride, man, through the wrestling and then getting turned on to the music. I'm really good friends with Chris Jericho. I wrestled him
Love
at
Chris
WCW.
Jericho.
Le Champion.
Great
WCW.
Would
And
love
he's
to
a
have Le
music man.
Champion on the show, but I
Loves
don't think
music,
he would give me the time
huge
of
metal
day.
guy, and we would talk forever.
Fuck yeah.
Well, long story short, his guitar player, Rich Ward, was my best friend in high school. We've been best friends since high school. So, you know, that whole thing, you know, the whole wrestling music incestuous circle that keeps going, you know, and my father, my uncle being wrestlers, you know, I get into wrestling because I'm 24 years old, man, and I'm a bar star. I'm not making any money. I'm a starving musician, you know, and I call my dad. I'm like, hey, man.
You mean that was you?
What's that?
That was you, the starving musician? I thought it was me and Dave and
no, fuck, dude. I was
AJ and my buddy Nick. But that was you, right?
Fucking soaking wet,
My wife?
man. And 60 of it was hair, you know. And I'm like, you know, calling my dad up and it's like, look, man, this music thing, I'm not making any money. I'm 24. I don't want to be that guy, you know, 30 years from now trying to live in my mom's basement saying I play in a band bullshit. You know, I called my dad. I said, man, you know, he's like, I want to train to be a wrestler. My dad's like, are you fucking kidding me? You're 160 pounds. What are you, fucking nuts? And so, you know, I beg him and talk to him. And long story short, he finally agrees if I move back to New Orleans, where I'm from, that I can train at his school. And I get there, man, and it's like fucking Marine boot camp. I mean, I'm
sure they're paid to kick your ass, dude. They're
Yeah,
paid
like
to get rid of you.
Yeah, rock and roll all night, party every day. And I get there, it's like take the skin off chicken, protein shakes, and in bed by 9. I mean, it's a whole other world, man. And I survived it, you know, and I came back to Atlanta and I got to the WCW power plant, which is if you've made it through the power
Orndorff.
You got your
Orndorff.
Yeah, you got your fucking pedigree if you lived through the power plant. And got there, and with Sarge and Orndorff and all those guys, man, wound up getting my deal with WCW, and it was off to the races. You know, we the biggest run I had, or the biggest I would say notoriety, popularity, whatever you want to call it, is my partner Rage, who lives in New York, and myself. My wrestling name is Goth. We were Legion, the new Road Warriors. Road Warrior Animal was our manager before he passed away. And we came out as the second fucking coming, man. I mean, it was like, you know, we would hit the ring under the rope, come up swinging. And, you know.
You also got WCW money back then.
Oh, yeah, because it was like, back when I was big in WCW, brother, I was there. And I wasn't the top of the mountain. Like, that was Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair.
But
I was
Mid-Carter, they did pretty good.
Mid-Carter, I was making fucking bread, bro. I wasn't complaining, you know, not a bit, you know. I was, you know, living the life, you know. And, you know, later when Road Warrior Animals would manage us, he had all these great plans and had this battle plan laid out. And then, you know, he's a very good friend of mine, like a second dad. He passed away. And so now it's like, well, what do I do? You know, I'm like, I love Joe, but we can't really do this Road Warrior type gimmick without him there, even though we would give him the blessing and he's our manager. It just, anybody who doesn't know, we walk out and they're going to go, who are these fucking assholes trying to be the Road Warriors, you know?
Correct.
So when
you
Joe
need to have that certificate of authenticity behind you.
Yeah, to the ring. I mean, nobody's going to Google search it to see if he really managed us, or, you know, like they're not going to research. They're just going to see us walking out to the ring and go, you know, what the fuck are these guys trying to be Road Warriors? And so the music started taking off. And through all the connections I made through the years, Shotgun Savior has blown up, man. And we're from Atlanta, Georgia. We are ass-kicking rock and roll. The thing about music now, man, is it's a bunch of safe, processed, cheese whiz, auto-tune fucking bullshit. You know,
I think we can all agree to that this auto-tune
bullshit
is so over the top.
There's
another reason why not to like Cher.
You take a rock and roll fucking blender, man. Rock and roll cocktail, and you put in Judas Priest, Motorhead, Kiss, and you get us. You know, Black Label Society. You get what we are. We are, you know, aggressive, rocking, grooving, fucking. And it's not just. And I tell this to people, man. They think it's part of the fucking show or the gimmick, and it's not, man. We don't have fans. We have family, friends, and family.
Hey, Brody,
that's how AJ survives. Right there. He's got family.
Yeah, I mean it's family. We call it fans, you know. And we're a revolution, man. It's not just a band. When Kiss fucking started with Kiss Army, you were a part of something. If you were a freak, an outcast, you didn't belong, but you saw somebody wearing that Kiss Army patch, that was your brother, that was your sister, man. That was your ally in the fucking streets. The same thing with Black Label Society. My buddy Zach Wild with the chapters. American chapter Black Label, Canadian chapter Black Label, Alabama Black Label, Florida Black Label. It's the same thing, man. Bikers have been doing it for years with the Hells Angels and the Outlaws. You want to feel like you belong to be a part of something. So we have the Saviors, and the Saviors are our family, our friends, and they support us. We're out to make rock and roll fucking dangerous again, man. It's all gas, no fucking brakes. I mean, this is old school, ass kicking, metal, rock, grooving shit, and I am rock's chosen fucking warrior, man. Death to fucking false metal. Fuck that shit. We go out there and slay it and kill it. My wife, Willow Manson, is a motherfucking guitar prodigy. I don't say that because she's my wife. I say it because I'm coming to you from the first church and nothing but the truth. When Zach Wild himself says, Jesus Christ, man, your wife is a fucking shredder, it doesn't get any better than that, man. I got my drummer, Mikey Thunder. This motherfucker is like John Bonham's second illegitimate son. He comes out there and beats the fuck out of these drums, man, and makes thunder. So hence the name Mikey Thunder. And my wife, Willow Manson, and myself, Brody Manson, are creating a reckoning force in fucking rock and roll. It ain't safe anymore, man. We'll put attitude back into it, aggression, and fucking danger.
Brody.
Hey, Brody, I talked to that bass player girl for you just yesterday.
Awesome, man.
I'll send your info.
Thank
Brody,
you.
Where's your next gig?
Right now, we're in the studio, man. We're doing a digital promotional package for a lot of management companies and a lot of labels. So our focus right now isn't the live playing, it's the completing the digital promotional package to send to the people that make the fucking wheels turn. I don't give a fuck about playing on a Wednesday night with 6 other bands at some shitty bar. We've got our sights set on world domination. We have got gig offers to go on the road when it's ready. We're good friends with Crowbar. I'm going to be doing some stuff with Crowbar, the mighty Crowbar. Got my fucking Crowbar, gimmick on, and bands like that. I'm good friends with Zach. So trying to, God willing, hopefully somewhere along the way, do some stuff with Black Label or Down or Pantera or whatever, because we're all
hit
in
it on the head too. I see a lot of these places putting 17 shit bands together
Who
to
gives
get
a fuck,
100
man?
people there to possibly cover the bill.
No, and the thing is,
it's a mess.
The thing is, I've been blessed with the wrestling fans are the most loyal, diehard, God bless them fans in the world. If I write a fucking cookbook, they're gonna buy it, man. God bless them. So we've got 10,000 views on that video, man. 10,000 for a band that's never played a fucking gig. We've got like 1,000 followers on Facebook, 1,000 on Instagram, 1,000 here and there, and the numbers just keep growing, man, because they realize this fucking band is real, man. They're not, we're aggressive. We're not fucking, these pussy ass bow down, bend the knee. There's things that go bump in the night, and we're the fucking things that bump back. I mean, Stephen King couldn't have dreamed me up. This is just full throttle.
Yeah, another thing I was going to ask you too. Sabu. Did you ever wrestle him?
I knew Sabu very, very well. I worked with him many, many, many times. He was actually very good.
Sabu.
He was,
I gotta say,
great guy.
I never ever saw a wrestler, and I'm a big wrestling fan, who put it on the line as much as that guy, more than the Briscoes, more than the Grahams, more than Snuka. Okay, this guy put it on the line.
His bicep together and finished the match. Super glued his bicep and wrapped it and got back in the match. That's how fucking tough Sabu is.
Sabu was literally right now in my mind. I think Dax Harwood is the toughest motherfucker in wrestling right now. I think probably one of the toughest wrestlers ever of all time was Sabu, and I'm not just saying that.
Well,
the sheer beating that guy gave and took was unbelievable.
The baddest motherfucker in pro wrestling, and anybody who's in the business will tell you this. Anybody who's an actual wrestler or been in the business will tell you the baddest wrestler to ever step between the ropes was Ming, Haku, whatever you want to call him.
Ming, I loved him.
Actually are
softest, puffy.
We actually are pretty friendly with Ming. We were friendly with him.
I love him, bro.
Nice
He's
guy.
my brother from a different mother. And you talk about I have seen shit that defies human logic that this man has done. He is without a doubt the most badass to ever walk that aisle, ever.
We watched football at a bar with him once. He was freaking.
He's the
phenomenal.
nicest guy in the world, man. Like if
So
you
sweet.
cool with him, he's like a gentle giant. But if he needs to handle business, he will tear your fucking head off, man.
He'll tear a chair out of the wall and throw it at you. So I got a question. How can people find your band? And what's
Like
next
I
for
said,
you?
Facebook, anything, Google Shotgun Savior on, if you go to YouTube, do a search for Shotgun Savior.
That's it.
Facebook,
Shotgun
search for
Savior.
Shotgun
You're coming
Savior.
up everywhere. And what about wrestling?
Shotgun
Are you picking up any matches?
Right now, everything is on hold for the music thing, man. We've got labels and management waiting to hear this product. So all my focus right now is on the music because, that window closes, man. They're not going to be waiting around a fucking year from now for me to deliver the goods, So we're shooting a video for Savage Brutality, which is the ring music for Legion, my tag team. That's going to be the next video. Then the package will be completed and I'm handing them out like fucking Christmas cards. At that point.
So where is all that happening?
Where are you shooting? No, but where are you shooting the video?
We're shooting the video probably in our rehearsal space, man. We did the video for God of Thunder at Oakland Cemetery in Atlanta. So the next one's probably going to be in the practice space, just bare bones, gritty, in your face. The musicians sell themselves. We don't need a lot of bells and whistles and slow motion effects or whatever. When you got 4 people in there just kicking ass and fucking playing rock and roll, man. If you got to have all that other shit, then get the fuck out of the business, man. If you can't rock it and just demonstrate who you are with who you are, fuck all the extra bullshit.
Well, we're a cut the bullshit kind of people nowadays.
Exactly.
Before the bullshit was kept everyone alive.
Right.
AJ is in the middle of Philadelphia. It sounds like there's gunshots and an ambulance going on. What's going on there, dude?
That's Philadelphia. On a Wednesday. Average
No
Wednesday.
On fucking Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
Philadelphia.
It's when we used to do the ECW arena in Philly, that place was magical. These fans were fucking rabid. I mean, they were insane, man. There's never been a crowd like them. There never will be a crowd like them.
Philly, the city after the Super Bowl. The city after the Super Bowl was.
They make those Detroit fans look like pussies.
Yeah, I mean, Philadelphians, they don't fuck around, bro. It's like
Gotta
New
think
Orleans.
about that when they lit the town on fire, dude.
Yeah,
So-
New Orleans, Chicago. There's a few places, in the States, Chicago, New Orleans, Philadelphia. You go fucking around, you're going to find out real quick,
Fuck around and find out, man.
Same way. Boston's the same way, dude.
Yeah.
So, do you follow football?
Football is fake, man. Anybody ever tell you that? It's not real. Football's fake.
Well, hold on a second.
no,
Here's the deal.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you,
Here's the
man.
deal.
man.
There are
I-
two businesses in the world that have gotten away with sports entertainment, and you are 100% correct. The NFL and the WWEF. And again, we have also said our disclaimer for entertainment purposes and for our own giggles and kicks.
And
You're
we-
100% right. However, do you follow a football team?
I'm from New Orleans, man, so I'm a Saints guy because if you're not, then you're exiled from the state. They pull your NOLA paper. So, yeah, by default, whatever.
Go by association.
NOLA fans.
Yeah.
Go Bucks.
They're very nice people.
I
I'm
hate
not
the
gonna
Dallas
lie.
fans in Philly.
So do I. They suck.
Oh.
Yeah.
They do, and they come out of the woodwork.
In a word.
But they've been quiet the last 4 years.
We'll see
You know
what
who else is
happens because
quiet?
they're going to be playing Eagles.
I think
Yeah,
probably
I know.
one of the best
I can't wait
games
for
in the
that
world.
But the Giants.
We'll see what happens with George Pickens getting traded to the Dallas Cowboys.
I think one of the best memes in the world is this is my
Dallas.
Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl
Yeah,
photo collection. It's on a floppy
You listen
disk.
to prediction. Eagles will win the Super Bowl again this year.
You really think so? You honestly
100%.
think so? Is that you just
They have a good
talking?
I'm
shot.
going to bet you $5.
100%.
Can I bet you $5, Mr. AJ?
All I know is your team's not going to be there.
I'm going to bet you $5, Mr.
Oh.
AJ.
Listen,
All
it's
right,
too early in the
let's go.
season.
I'm a Chiefs fan,
I was
by
just-
the way, for any of y'all that are there that don't
Oh, there you
know.
go.
And I am not a bandwagon. I've been there since Montana, since 1989. So I've been through the bullshit. I am a Chiefs fan for life. And
There you go.
Jay, I'll bet you $5.
Nick's a Giants fan, so he's got nothing to say.
Well, defense.
It doesn't matter what you say, Nick.
The
But I'm
draft
also
went well for the defense. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Hey, I
Yeah.
give the referees.
And you know what?
Strahan out of retirement.
I give the
know,
referees
just-
the 7 points. 7 points with the refs.
I just
Yeah, right. I tell you
referees.
what, the season, a lot's taken away from them. There's no longer going to be markers. They're going to be digitally marked
I
balls.
am so happy.
You're
about
not going to
that.
have those dickheads on the chains anymore.
Nope. We need.
Well, listen
So
to
there's
me.
a little
I'm the
bit
one
less
that-
corruption in football.
Yeah, well,
How's
I
that,
try to put
Brody?
a stop to
A
that.
little bit less.
15 years ago, I invented a laser first down marker. I went to InventaHelp, and them fuckers ripped me off. I threw my TV set through my fucking girlfriend's window when I turned a preseason game on and seen a yellow line. I came up with a first down marker where those old crusty bastards didn't have to run out there and stop the game, stop the players' momentum. I thought that was the answer, but they ripped me off. Don't ever go to InventaHelp for nothing.
Oh, absolutely not. They're known for ripping people off. By the way, I just want to throw one more
Also,
thing out
you
there.
have-
Paul, go freaking
Yes.
Phillies. Fuck yeah.
Oh boy. So you have new material coming out. Joanne's got a list of some bands that have new material coming out.
What I have is new releases.
New releases from bands.
This ought to be interesting.
And that's another thing. They're repackaging so many things. It's amazing.
So I'm because of the magazine, Tampa Bay Sports and Entertainment Magazine.
Speaking to the mic, lady.
I get a lot of these things. So Chicago 2 is being released, the Steve Wilson remix on May 23rd. And then we have Inside Job by Don Henley, again on May 23rd. Discography, the complete singles collection from the Pet Shop Boys, May 30th.
Oh shit, run out now.
I'll be getting that. Awesome.
Doobie Brothers Walk This Road, June 6th. The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway.
Which is a fucking great tune.
That is Genesis, June 13th. Rod Stewart, June 27th. The Ultimate Hits. Otis Blue, Otis Redding, June 27th.
That's probably remastered. That probably is going to sound great.
I'm sure. Baby Huey Story, The Living Legend, Baby Huey, June 27th. And Fire on the Bayou, The Meters, June 27th.
I also heard Peter Criss is putting out new material.
Yeah.
He's got trying to think who's on bass.
Billy Sheehan.
John Five
who
doesn't
is-
guest spot on guitar. John
Billy
Five doesn't.
Sheehan? Wait a minute.
And-
Somebody say Billy Sheehan?
Yeah,
he's
Billy
on bass.
Sheehan.
John Five.
He's a good
My
friend of mine.
favorite.
And he also, Brody knows Kimberly Gallagher, who's cousins to him.
Cousins
Nice.
with Billy. She's who introduced me to Billy, via media, whatever the fuck you want to call it, Facebook or whatever. So yeah, she actually introduced me, met him through her.
I've known that guy for
Sheehan is
35, 40 years.
Genuinely one of the nicest musicians I have ever had the pleasure of and honor of meeting, working with, like everything. He is, and just, I mean, as musicians go, he's a god.
Yeah,
So going around the room
on the tour with David Lee Roth with him and Steve Vai here in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, I saw that
Human
tour in,
Smile Tour and
90, I think.
Skyscraper.
There with the jaw on the fucking ground,
it was
Oh, yeah.
phenomenal. That was an amazing show.
Yeah, I
It
saw
was
it
incredible.
before. It was
But
amazing.
as far as new movies go, don't see Tin Soldier, and don't go see Aloe Nights.
I don't
With,
really support Hollywood at all.
good.
And,
But
and I
then
don't
that,
feel
The only time I watch the movies is when we're flying to Europe and I've got like 9 hours
yeah,
of nothing.
I'll catch up on 5 movies at some like I have to say, great movie, Bob Marley. What an amazing movie. It really was a touching, great flick, worth watching. If I would have known it was so good in the theater that it was in for 2 weeks, maybe I would have caught it. I don't see
Which
new
one?
movies. Fuck them. Marley, Bob Marley, Starling.
I like Ray Charles, but who the fuck, he can't see it anyway. Oh,
Oh, geez. So listen, I'm going around the room here. Let's do it. AJ, how can people get a hold of you?
On Facebook, man. You can check me out on Facebook.
Check them out in Philadelphia. If you're there every night of the week, but Monday and Tuesday you can catch AJ.
And this week
Slick.
I got a Wednesday's Dagwoods, Thursday's Pennies, Friday's the Drake. Saturday is
A double.
Chicky Pete's, and then Sunday is Maggie's.
Cool. Also, a big
Cool.
shout out to our sponsor, Illusion Vodka. We have a package going out to AJ probably on Wednesday. It's got to be shipped. It's
I
got
gotta
a
find somebody who'll let me ship alcohol.
The bottle also too has a bunch of illusions that you can use as parlor tricks You can get this online. We're gonna have the link behind us at all times. And Bob will be here probably tomorrow night or the next day or next show to talk about Illusion Vodka. It tastes great. I'm told it's the smoothest stuff anyone's had. He's got a black cherry. He's got a regular vodka, and he's giving some swag out as long as we are too.
I gotta tell you, the black cherry. I don't drink vodka, but the black cherry is really good.
And
I love vodka.
It's coming your way. Nick, how can people see you? Nick, you've been quiet as shit tonight. Tell us about the Jersey Shore. What's your wrap up? Are you booked?
I'm playing every weekend. I'm in a cover band on the Rocks. You can check us out on Facebook or Instagram, on the Rocks NJ for New Jersey. No spaces, just on the Rocks NJ. We just keep playing these bars all the time and having a blast. You know, they're always packed and everyone's having a great time.
Your set list is very extensive. You sent me a copy of it last season, and you're probably working on it because it's a great list. You probably upped it. It's got 160 songs on it. I mean, it's just straight out. Anyone who walks in that room, you can make feel comfortable.
Yeah, we've doubled.
Oh no shit.
We're like,
well, send me that copy so then I don't have to. So that way I can learn from you.
I have a lot of cheat notes.
I love cheat notes.
I learned cheat notes.
I don't reinvent the wheel.
I'm looking for a band if anybody needs a guitar.
I was bright. Let me tell you that.
I'm looking for a band. I'm looking for a band if anybody needs a guitar player or bass player.
I'd love to jam, but you're too far away because I'm lazy as fuck.
You are what
we need a bass player in Atlanta.
My helicopter's
on the drummer did find a guitar player, and now we're looking for a bass player. He's really good, nice guy too.
Hey, look up Scott Eisenholt. He lives down in St. Pete. He played with me. He's phenomenal. Probably the best down there. Look him up, or I'll send you his Facebook or whatever. He is
Paul,
badass.
what you got going on in your life?
Oh,
Brody, kick his ass.
I didn't hear you call my name.
Brody, just go through there and just fucking put him through a table now.
Let me arranged.
I'm playing this little bar in Buckingham called Heart of the Oak on Friday night with my brother.
Yeah, we used to live over there. We run away here to Tampa, Florida.
My grandparents lived in Pipersville.
Rena, what you got going on? Our correspondent, what gigs are you seeing?
On Wednesday, I'll be at the Basement East covering a UK punk band called Bad Nerves. So excited for that. Other than that, don't know what else I've really got lined up. Guess we'll see.
Are we working on getting the Dirty Janes up in here? I don't know where they're at.
I honestly, I have not spoken to, I mean, I talk to Corey, their drummer, like every day, but our conversations are actually very rarely music related.
Well, we're going to have to do that and get him on here real soon.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I'll try to talk to him about that.
If you know of anybody you're going to see in Nashville, Raina, if you're going to see them in Nashville and they're headed to the Tampa area, give me a holler because we can work something out to get them a lot of advertising for the area.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, Brody, you should reach out to Joanne. She owns Tampa Bay Sports Entertainment. You should sit down possibly with an interview for her.
Love to, man.
In its readership, and we're getting a lot of paid sponsors at this point now because of how vast it's become.
Awesome. Yeah, I will take a look. I don't know how many of the Nashville bands that I know are hitting Tampa. One band that I know is on tour, but I don't know that they're hitting Florida this go around. But I'm trying to think who else, if I'm seeing any. I don't really know. But yeah, I'll be at the Basement East.
Hey, Brody. So
yes, sir.
What division and what conference are you pushing now? I mean, all your friends are in different places, but what conference can people follow that you wrestle and push? I know you're an independent, but what do you think?
Stranglehold Championship Wrestling is my home base here in Atlanta, Georgia. Stranglehold Championship Wrestling is who I the booker for. I'm also talent for. I'm also one of the guys that help run it. So if I had to have a home base, because man, I'm all over the place. I'm doing NWA territories. I'm doing independent shows all over the Southeast. But my home base, where you can always find me, is Stranglehold Championship Wrestling. In my opinion, the best wrestling league in the entire South, maybe even United States. Man, it's old school wrestling. You ain't gonna see guys out there dressed like construction workers or clowns and doing 18 million backflips and bullshit like that. You're just going to see hard hitting, because fake wrestling sucks, man. Fake wrestling fucking sucks. You know, when I grew up watching
I was
the
going to
Road
have Chris
Warriors-
Silva on tonight. Do you know him?
Who's that?
Chris Silva. He
Hey, I know
owns,
the name. I mean,
Death
I
Proof
don't know
Dojo.
personally. I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually were at his show a few days ago. He's terrific. Boy, was he I'm just saying,
Holy shit,
phenomenal.
it was great.
Yeah.
They
We can
freaking
get
put
into
somebody
it.
through a chair in front of us. A chair people were sitting on 2 minutes. Actually, 3 10-year-olds were sitting right before they put the guy through the chair.
It was more than that, though. I mean,
It's
he's
real
a
wrestling. People
top level.
say, you know, wrestling is fake, and I'm like, well, some of it is. The shit that I did when you're in the ring with Ming, when you're in the ring with Bill Goldberg or Brian Clark from Chronic, or Wrath, of those guys, that shit's real fucking quick, man. I'm 335 pounds. I come flying off those ropes and I close on you. I'm gonna knock you out your fucking shoes, man. It ain't ballet. I hate this fake wrestling shit. The guys swinging in air, missing each other by 5 feet, doing 18 cartwheel, backflip, corkscrew moonsaults. That's some bullshit, man. In a real fight, you get your fucking ass handed to you.
Yeah, some of it, there's a right time and a right place if the timing's right. But if that's all they got, and it's continually through the match, at that point you're like, listen, superhero,
Fake,
dude.
man. It looks fucking fake as shit, dude. I mean, it's like Michael Hayes said something one time about Legion, and I will forever be grateful to Michael for this, because I grew up being a Freebirds mark. He said in his typical voice, "Let me tell you something about Legion, man. Whether they like you or whether they don't, when you get in the ring with them, you're going to get the shit knocked out of you, and God help you if they don't like you."
Good
That's
old
us.
boys, country boys getting it on. That's what it was about.
Yeah, I lay it in, man. I mean, people ask me all the time, like, look, man, I know this is supposed to be sports. I say, first of all, I'm not a sports fucking entertainer. I'm a wrestler. Watching my dad, my uncle, I never grew up saying, oh, I want to be a sports entertainer. I'm a fucking wrestler. So I wrestle. I hit hard. I hit solid. And you see me, you're going to realize that. People ask me, like, man, did that guy do something to piss you off? I'm like, no. Like,
no, that's
you
what I
can really
do for a
hit me.
living.
I'm supposed to. I'm in it a fucking
That's what I
win,
do
man.
for a living.
That's what I do. I'm not a fake fucking wrestler, man. I'm not some bullshit fucking punk ass fucking guy in there doing backflips. I'm a motherfucker that will knock your teeth down your throat. When I hit you with that big lariat, I'll spin you out of your fucking shoes, man. And I take it too. I get the shit knocked out of me, man. I love pro wrestling. Fuck sports entertainment. That's where I stand on it.
Love that.
Yeah. It's funny. One of my faves lately, but you know, they've been together for a while. Their tagline is "We hurt people." I mean, that's what they do for. You can't put it more honest. You think bouncing, you hit it right on the head. People think wrestling's fake. These are the biggest, and these athletes work so much more harder than most athletes actually do.
Catching checks and breaking necks, man. Cashing necks and breaking checks.
You know, when you think about someone playing golf, they're an athlete. Someone, race car, they're not taking bumps for 6 hours straight, not recovering, and doing it again and again and again.
Randy Couture, one of the greatest mixed martial arts fighter in history, one of my favorites, will tell you pro wrestlers are the toughest son of a bitches on the planet. We fight once every couple of years. Those guys are in there doing that shit 3 and 4 nights a week, every week.
You also have those Indian
we don't
guys.
Have an off season. There's no off
Indian
season
guys on cruise ships. They're tough motherfuckers too.
Yeah, we're not. We're not.
Let me tell for real. Those are some tough motherfuckers. When the British tell you that they hire them to do their dirty work,
yeah,
there's a reason why. Don't get me wrong, but these Indian guys, they will fucking go for your innards and eat them with curry.
Yeah.
With that, good night, everybody. Brody, it's great to meet you. We hope to see you on the show. We're gonna have a show just on wrestling because AJ's going to sleep.
I think we lost AJ.
I'm glad we became friends. Nick, you're always welcome to come in. Raina, this guy on the left-hand side's got to talk a little bit more. And then I got Dave.
Okay.
You got to keep on that focus, though. Joanne, I love you very much. Brody, look forward to meeting the wife and also the future of your band. Bring her on when you're ready.
Thank you.
Set up a recording with you. We're going to try and go record rather than going live on a day that she's available.
Absolutely, man. She's I'll get her to play some guitar live, man. Like I said, it ain't bragging if you back it up. I ain't saying it because she's my old lady. I'm saying because anybody who's ever seen her from.
I'm saying she's good.
We're going to share her stuff.
Y'all need to look her up because she is hot.
Thank you.
I'm saying she's good.
She is. She's on Facebook too. Willow Manson. She's on the Shotgun Savior page. Anything social media, search Shotgun Savior, and you'll find her. And it ain't bragging if you're backing up, man. When I say
I
she's
like that. Normally, I give out a shirt that says "Good morning, don't be a shitty person today," but you're gonna see that now that we're friends on Facebook. You ever need me, you reach out, Brody. Everyone have a good night. Don't be a shitty person. Be good
Rock
tomorrow.
on.
Thanks, Raina. Be safe in Nashville.
Yep.
Thank you all of our friends that watch
Thanks
us.
for having me on.
Go Bucks.
Everybody.